Project Management Office is another essential topic in our project management journey. In this episode, we'll delve into the definition of a PMO and its key functions. We'll also explore the different types of PMOs. Finally, we'll discuss how to implement a PMO within an organization, outlining the steps involved in setting it up. Let's read its definition. Project Management Office is a centralized unit, centralized department that sets the standards and oversees the management of projects within the organization. It provides structure, processes, and support to ensure that projects are completed successfully on time, within budget, and as per the customer's expectations. Key functions of PMOs. Key function of a PMO means the primary roles and responsibilities it performs to enhance project management within an organization. So what are these? Standardization. PMO develops and enforces standardized project management processes, methodologies, and templates. For example, project charter template. So it will create a uniform project charter template which will be used across all the projects in the organization. Governance. PMO ensures projects are aligned with the organization goals and they comply with established or set standards and policies. PMO will conduct the regular project audit and reviews to ensure the project follow the governance rules. Resource management. PMO manages and allocates resources efficiently across multiple projects. It maintains a centralized resource pool and assigned to the projects based on their demand. Coaching and training. PMO provides training programs, mentoring, and support for project managers and team members. For example, PMO offer the PMP certification or any kind of skill development training or behavioral training or the professional development workshops. Monitoring and reporting. PMO tracks project performance and progress. It provides regular status reports to the stakeholders. It implements a project dashboard or Kanban board to visualize the project status, milestones, and the potential risks. Risk management. PMO identifies, assesses, and mitigates the project risk. It develops a risk management plan and conduct risk assessment at various project stages. Financial management. PMO oversees the budgeting and financial aspects of projects. It tracks the project cost against the defined budget and it manages the financial reporting. Quality assurance. PMO ensures that project deliverables meet the defined quality standards. It establishes the quality control checklist and conduct regular quality audits. Next topic is types of PMOs. So there are mainly three types of PMOs: supportive PMO, controlling PMO, and directive PMO. A supportive PMO provides a consultative role to projects by supplying templates, best practices, training, and access to information to ensure projects are delivered successfully. Means it acts as a repository of project management knowledge and resources, and it provides whenever needed. Focuses on facilitating successful project delivery rather than imposing strict control or oversight. The degree of control provided by the PMO is low. So it offers guidance and advice to project managers, and it is highly flexible and adaptable to the needs of project teams. So most of the R&D projects, they have the supportive PMO, so that there is a less involvement from the PMO and the team has more autonomy for the work, and they come up with the innovative and creative ideas. In a supportive PMO, project managers may seek advice and resources from the PMO when needed, but have a high degree of autonomy in managing their projects. So don't get confused here, because you see, the PMO has a low control. So the project manager will have the high degree of autonomy on his project. We know the Google, it is known for its innovative and flexible culture. So Google's PMOs, they are mainly supportive PMOs. It provides resources and guidance without imposing the strict control. So this approach fosters creativity and innovation, which allow project teams to operate with considerable autonomy. Next is controlling PMO. A controlling PMO standardizes project management practices across the organization and exercises a higher degree of control and oversight over projects to ensure compliance with standards, processes, and policies. So basically, it provides support similar to a supportive PMO, but it enforces compliance to specific standards, methodologies, and governance framework. It provides project managers with governance framework, reporting requirements, and performance metrics. The degree of control provided by the PMO is moderate. In a controlling PMO, project managers are required to adhere strictly to standardized project management processes and methodologies. Project manager has moderate level of control over projects. So in this kind of PMO, the project manager as well as PMO has the moderate level of control. If we see the company Johnson and Johnson, a global leader in the medical devices, pharmaceutical, and consumer health products. So it often utilizes a controlling PMO. So this PMO ensure that all the projects, especially those related to the clinic trials and regulatory submissions, so it should comply with the stringent industry regulations and internal standards. The controlling PMO provides governance, standardized processes, and regular performance monitoring, which ensure that projects are delivered efficiently and within compliance framework. Next is Directive PMO. A Directive PMO takes full control of project management activities, directly managing projects or programs on behalf of the organization. It assumes ultimate responsibility for project delivery and outcomes. So, PMO directly manages and controls the projects by assigning the project managers and taking full responsibility for the project outcomes. It exercises authority over project decisions, budgets, and resource allocation. The degree of control provided by the PMO is very high. In a directive PMO, project managers may report directly to the PMO, and the PMO holds full responsibility for project outcomes. Project managers operate as a project coordinator or facilitator because the all power control remains with the PMO. So normally NASA's PMOs are highly directive, especially for the large scale mission critical projects like space mission. The PMO directly manages these projects. It ensures that strict adherence to timelines, budgets, and safety protocols given the high stakes involved. Next topic is implementing a PMO. We can see a nice illustration showing the steps to implement a PMO in an organization. So implementing a PMO in an organization is a comprehensive process that involves several key steps. Each step must be carefully planned and executed to ensure the PMO's success and alignment with the organization's strategic goals. So we will go through each step one by one. So the very first one is assessment and preparation. So what we will do under this step, we will conduct a need assessment. We will determine what are the current challenges in the project management, which is being followed by the organization. So, like, if they have the inconsistent methodologies or poor resource allocation or lack of governance, so we will collect all the data and we will engage the key stakeholders like executives, project managers, team members to gather their insights and what are their expectations from the PMO. Once this exercise is done, then we will define the PMO objectives. So the PMO objective should be aligned with the organization's strategic goal. It should be SMART, means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. After this, we will develop the business case. So the benefit analysis will be done, the expected benefits of the PMO and what will be the success rate after implementing the PMO and the better resource utilization and enhanced governance. Then we need to calculate the cost. So what will be the cost estimate for setting up and running the PMO, including the PMO staff, tools, and training. Need to calculate the return on investment to justify the PMO's implementation to senior management. Next step would be design the PMO. So we will decide on the type of PMO based on our organization's need, whether it should be supportive or controlling or directive PMO. Then we will determine where the PMO will be placed within the organization. It will be the under CEO or CEO or as a standalone unit. Develop PMO functions and service. So we will define the core functions of the PMO like project governance, resource management, training and support. And we have to create a service catalog of services the PMO will provide to the organization like project management tools, templates, and best practices. Then we will come to the creation of PMO charter. So we will clearly articulate the PMO's mission and vision. So have to decide the roles and responsibilities of PMO staff and how they will interact with the project team. And we have to establish the PMO's authority and governance structure, including the reporting lines and decision making processes. So this whole exercise will be done. It's a time taking job. Basically, we have to create a complete manual for the PMO. Next step is implementation planning. How we want to implement the PMO in the organization. So we will plan the implementation in phases. Rather going in one go, we will start with the pilot projects and gradually expand to include all the projects under PMO. So for this, we have to create a detailed timeline for each phase of the implementation. Select PMO tools and technologies. We have to choose the appropriate project management software and tools that align with the PMO's objectives. Collaboration tool, like how we want to collaborate, among the team. Which will facilitate the communication and how we want to share our documents. Like there are variety of tools available nowadays. We want to use the Zoom conferencing or Google Meet or Microsoft Team, or how we want to share our documents through Slack. So various of tools are available nowadays. Then come to the resource allocation. Under this, we have to hire the PMO staff and the head of PMO and the project managers. And once it is done, then we have to plan and provide the training for the complete PMO staff to get them aware of the PMO implementation process or all the documentation framework and objectives, mission, vision, everything. Everybody should know that what for what they are here. Once planning is over, then we will come to the execution part. So the PMO setup and rollout. Under this step, we will establish the PMO processes and procedures. The team will develop standardized project management processes and procedures, including project initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing. They will create the templates, guidelines, and checklist for the consistent project management practices. Pilot projects will be rolled out. The team will identify and select a few pilot projects to test the new PMO processes and tools. They will monitor the pilot projects closely and gather the feedback to make the necessary adjustment to processes and tools. Once this pilot project is successful, then full PMO deployment will be done. So under this, the PMO will expand its scope to include all the projects within the organization. It will implement a communication plan to inform all the stakeholders about the PMO services and processes, provide ongoing support and training. PMO will offer continuous training and support to project team, and it will facilitate the knowledge sharing through workshops, seminars, and internal forums. Last step is monitor and evaluate. So the KPIs will be established to measure the PMO's performance. KPI like project success rate, resource utilization, and stakeholder satisfaction. So the regular monitoring will be done for the PMO's performance against these KPIs. So implementing a PMO is a strategic initiative that require careful planning, execution, and continuous improvement. We can implement a feedback mechanism to gather the feedback from project team, stakeholders, and PMO staff. And based on the feedback, we can continuously improve the PMO processes, tools, and services. So that's all for now. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Your engagement means a lot to me. Namaste, goodbye, Sampai Jumpa.